Insert quote. Terrible drop in quality from first season. From the moment I started watching the second season, I could tell something was really off. The animation has become extremely basic and lacks the character it had on the previous season. I was reading some reviews and saw some people praising the actual animation, but if you watch one of the episodes from season 1, you can see how bad season 2 is. The story is incorporating new characters, but all of them look and act so generic. It's hard to get back to the show. Everything from the animation, voice acting, and even the soundtrack has a tremendous drop in quality, and it has ruined the show for me. Said Gunter 123456789. But is that really true? Short answer, yes it is true. Season 2 of Tower of God is absolutely horrendous. You don't have to take my word for it, just go on my anime list. This is a huge problem because back in 2021 when I first saw the anime, I was so excited that I downloaded webtoons on my phone and I continued reading it. Finally, the anime returns after 4 years just for it to be very bad. And it's a huge problem simply because this is the most hyped thing in the whole series. Because if you have read the webtoon, you know that this is where Bomb meets most of his friends that he lost because they thought he's dead. And I want to talk about why they failed and why it's so terrible now. After doing a little bit of research, I see that season 1 was done by the Telecom Animation Film. Meanwhile, season 2 is done by the Answer Studio. And what did actually change? Everything. I mean, just look at the colors that they used in season 1. They were so lively, they were vibrant, and it just has this warmth. In contrast, season 2, it just feels so bland, it feels cheap, and it does not have any life whatsoever in it. I'm gonna get this one frame in just Photoshop. You can see that I took it off the app. Bam, bam, bam. Duplicate this layer, like so. Click on this magical thing, which is a poster edge. And if I was to do a comparison really quickly, this is the difference. Just so you guys know, they also reanimated one of the most important scenes at the end of season 1 and at the beginning of season 2. You could say that the art style changed a lot, so this is season 2, and I don't want to say it's necessarily worse, but I personally love the paintbrush finish and the vibrance a lot more. So when someone says that it feels off at the first episode, this is exactly what he means. Look at the difference between left and right. Now, for somebody who just enjoys anime, this doesn't mean a lot, but the difference between the hand being popped out more in season 1 is an indicator of helplessness, which at that point works a lot more emotionally instead of just Rachel being in high quality. And I don't want you to point fingers and say, oh, this is only one scene. No, it is not. This is legitimately the whole problem in season 2. They do not pay close attention to the little details. Not only that, but when it comes to the actual animations and fights in season 2, they're no better than these little details. When I was reading the webtoon, Mazino was one of the coolest characters ever. But the problem is with this fight, it is so bad that I can't comprehend it. Now, look at him just falling randomly. He's not even falling like he should be. This is where it gets tricky. We have this amazing clash. Boom. The clash doesn't matter, we just see the outcome immediately. So this leads me to feel like the whole animations and the fights are being rushed. And it is totally fine for somebody that just recently started watching anime. He would not really notice the difference. But for me, and I think I'm speaking to a majority of people, it just doesn't feel satisfying enough because Tower of God does deserve a lot better than this. Because the story is insane, but the storytelling here is very bad. And I'm going to have to quote Zhao on this because he said it very well. It's no exaggeration to say that a vast majority of the shots consist of either zoom-ins, face shots, or characters just awkwardly standing around with no creativity whatsoever. It's just a way of cutting corners. The transitions from a scene to scene feel awkward and disjointed as well. Even the comedy scenes are not funny. Any emotional scenes lack any impact, and the scenes that are obviously supposed to feel very hype and tense lack any suspense and intensity. It feels like the studio is adapting things by going through a checklist of what to adapt instead of actually putting effort and care into what they're adapting. The majority of my opinion comes from the actual aspect of chemistry of the characters, which is lacking a lot in this anime, and it just shows. It feels very forced. The only reason why it's decent and it's okay is simply because the voice actors are carrying it, and that's pretty much what Zhao said as well. And there's not much I can say. It's just a flop in my opinion. You might be wondering, why is my standard so high? You have to check out my last video I made, because the perfect anime is out. So with that, if you wouldn't mind, subscribe to the channel and have a nice day. Watch the video.